What's up, Reds? So after a day of thinking about the match against Villa, the loss yesterday should not have created the reaction that it did, but I'll get into that, guys, okay? So first thing I want to address to everybody. Villa played great, okay? I mentioned in my video yesterday that they were pressing and they were playing hard, which is why they had so many chances. I guess I didn't give enough credit to Villa, but like I said, I recognize that Villa played well. We also played extremely bad. So there's that. I just want to get that out of the way. Villa played great, credit to them. Let's talk about the state of the team and the fan base after the match yesterday. First thing I want to address, it is completely fine to criticize your team after a loss, after a win. It doesn't matter. As a fan, it is completely fine to criticize. But of course, there's still some fans that are like, clap out. I expect an apology from every player. I expect Adrian to be gone. Yes, back to what I was saying. It's okay to criticize players for their performances, but to expect something from the players other than, we'll get them next time, we played bad, but next game we're going to do our best to not do that performance again, is ridiculous. The players came out and said everything that needed to be said after a performance like that. Let me show you. James Milner on his Instagram, look, you'll see here, he said, nowhere near the level needed yesterday. We need to stand up, take everything on the chin, stick together, and bounce back, and we will. Boom. That's all you need to say. It doesn't matter if we lost 7-2 or 70-2. That's what you need to say. Every single player did it. Andy Robertson, look, came out and said, unacceptable. We must make sure it doesn't happen again. What else do you want? Gini Wijnaldum coming out and literally just posting a picture of his family and then people criticizing him because he hasn't apologized to the fan base is ridiculous. Dejan Lovren, who doesn't even play for the club anymore, guys, came out on Twitter. He said, never blame one or two players for a defeat. There's 11 players on the pitch who work as a team. Sometimes there are good and bad days. Tomorrow is a new day. Move on. Bingo. And I just want to say, for everyone that's watching this, okay, I recognize that, yes, my reaction was emotional yesterday. And like I said, you're entitled to be emotional after a match. But not once did you hear me throw hate on a player, say this player shouldn't be at the club. Nothing like that. I simply said Gomez had a bad game. Wijnaldum had an off game. Adrian made a mistake. He literally only made one mistake. 3 deflections went in for goals, guys. The things that I'm talking about, every Liverpool fan, every single Liverpool fan, you're allowed to be upset, but you should not let one result dictate your abuse and how you address players, okay? That's all I'm trying to say with this. It's disgusting when I see things like this, okay? And this isn't even the worst of it. This is just one example that I wanted to throw up there. It's unacceptable to be this mad as a fan base over one game and people like completely losing their minds over it. Yes, it's a 7-2 loss. Yes, Villa played great. Yes, we looked absolutely horrible, but we've looked horrible before and we've bounced back, Reds, okay? And I want to read a quote, and I want everyone who is still upset about this and still like commenting on Wijnaldum's Twitter and other players' Twitter, like saying, get out of my club. I want to read you something. One of the greats to ever do it, if not the greatest, Bill Shankly. If you can't support us when we lose or draw, don't support us when we win. Notice it doesn't specify if it's a 7-2 loss. It doesn't specify if it's 70-2. It doesn't specify about how anyone played. It doesn't specify who we played. If you cannot support the club and be level-headed after a loss like that, regardless of how bad it was, regardless of how many years it's been since we conceded 7 goals, in my opinion, you don't deserve to be supporting the best club in the world. You need to be able to be a level-headed fan. That's my opinion. Obviously, there's going to be some people who disagree with me, but I'm completely over that loss. I'm looking forward. How can we improve on that loss? 1, we need to improve our defense. 2, we weren't pressing, right? We need to stick with our game plan. 3, we need Henderson back. These are all things that you're allowed to do as a fan, but abuse on Twitter and completely overreacting, it's just not cool, guys. That's all I wanted to say. I wanted to get it off my chest because I feel like this needed to be addressed, all right? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I encourage every fan, if you're a fan of Liverpool or not, leave your thoughts. That's what this is all about. I want to hear from you guys, and until next time, Reds, take care.